We want to first start off and intro this with a moment of silence for the two students from Brown University that were unfortunately killed in the shooting there that happened on Saturday, December 13th. Their names were Ella Cook and Muhammad Aziz Umerzakov, and we will again have a moment of silence for them. So, as a lot of you may know, as we said in the intro as well, shooting took place on the campus of Brown University December 13th. I believe it was like 4 or 5 p.m.
4, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's what, 5 days now, just about 4 or 5 days afterwards. They still haven't caught the person. We, obviously, if you know us personally and just people watching in general, and I know we've said this before, but we are from Rhode Island, so this is something that is close to home. It's close to home in like every sense of the way. I personally work at Brown. Mike's around at Brown 24/7, running around doing stuff over there. So
our introduction is like 2 streets from Brown.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, it's honestly. Obviously, everything's close to Providence, but it's relatively
everything's close to Providence. Yeah, I mean, we're only like 5 miles away, 4 or 5.
Yeah,
I think.
So I mean, the issue is you see these things happen everywhere. There's a school shooting or a shooting in general, a mass shooting, or an attempt at one, a lot, like damn near every week. You see the numbers. I know this year I saw something where there's more mass shootings this year than there were days of the year, and that's like a running thing that happens every year.
Basically every year, yeah.
It's super unfortunate. Obviously, you get like desensitized to it, which is maybe not the right word because obviously it's sad, and a lot of people feel like emotions about it. So it's not like you kind of like shoot away like, oh, all right, whatever. Obviously, there's emotions to be there, but happening at Brown University, first one that they've ever had. As far as obviously,
first one I think the States had.
Probably there might have been one way back or something, but like obviously that we can think of or know of, but very, very, very unfortunate.
Well, it's crazy like that because I was thinking, well, when it happened, to be honest, I didn't have a crazy reaction.
You didn't?
No, I mean I texted all the people I know work at Brown and go to Brown. That was about it. But like, I don't know.
Well,
what was I supposed to? And I was at the PCTA, which is like probably like a mile and a half from Brown.
Yeah.
And my kids were kind of worried, and I was like, well, nothing's going to happen here.
Mostly, yeah.
Like after I saw the news, honestly, I think you broke it. And then they didn't even announce it in the place. They announced it like when we left. Because like,
oh really? Oh, just like,
well, because it was like safe. Ongoing, so they didn't know if it was like real or not. Yeah. And then it's like, what are you supposed to? What is they even going to do? I don't know.
In the area specifically, stuff happens around there. It's a city. Obviously, there's crime and stuff that goes around. Like obviously, the campus at Brown is, for the most part, is up until Saturday, from what I know. And what I've worked there for a while. My dad worked there for 40 years. Obviously, there's threats and stuff. There's going to be like bomb threats and like threats of shooters and stuff like that, but we've never really had something substantial and real.
Yeah.
But the area isn't like the most crime-free area in general. Like the surrounding areas of the campus, which is embedded into the city, which is like unique, I guess, to Rhode Island, or Brown University compared to other universities. Like we don't have like, there's not like a gate surrounding it, you know? Like you're walking on campus and next thing you know, you're just in Providence.
I don't want to say it's funny you said that, but it's funny you said that because there is a gate.
But like not surrounding the campus. There's like the Van Winkle gates around the
That's what they're called?
Yes. Oh. Around the
like the
quad.
Yeah.
The like the main green. But like obviously that's
outside
not,
of that. Yeah.
outside, like literally there's a library right there that's like unguarded or whatever. But yeah, like I said, like the area's not like the safest or whatever. So like I initially, when I saw that there was an active shooter, I just assumed like maybe there was a dispute with somebody.
Right.
Somebody shot someone on like Thayer Street and it was like a singular event.
Which happen, which doesn't happen frequently, but it happens probably. That's like the one place you think. Which is not like it's a bad place.
But like
we go, like we're not. I don't go to Thayer Street thinking I'm gonna get shot.
No, there's just a lot of foot traffic there.
Yeah.
And like people have issues with each other and stuff could happen there.
Right. We're over there pretty often.
It's just so I work at Brown, so I got the text on my phone saying active shooter, and it said like the classic like run if you can,
said that,
hide if you can't, at last resort fight and try and protect yourself and others. Basically.
Really?
That was the text that went out, and I was like, what the fuck, like that's super scary. And that's when I was like, oh my god.
Do they have alarms?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
With the alarms, but they do. Like most colleges do, they have the emergency alarm things with like cameras on the top and like the lights or whatever. And you can,
no, see, I meant so
in the buildings.
No. So at UMaine, we have like a freaking like an
alarm system. Yeah, we do.
No. It's like a hurricane fucking alarm.
Same thing.
Like it's like loud as fuck.
It's the same thing. It's just those like little towers will emit the
really?
the noise and like
ours is like on top of the dorms.
It's probably like relatively the same thing, but just like they're.
Well, we have those towers too.
Oh wow!
Like you tell me you can hear them though?
Yeah, there's like sound to it. Yeah, like they test the alarm systems. Like not too long ago, before this happened, they were testing.
Like if you were in the building, you could hear it.
Yes, that okay. It's meant for that.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I know they have those, but I thought it was just like they call 911.
Where is that at? Basically, I got that text, and first thing I did was I checked. So I work in athletics, and I checked to make sure that like nobody had a game or anything,
right?
Because then that would mean like the people that like I work with are like unsafe or potentially in a bad spot on the campus. Where that building was, it's not too far of a ways away from like where like the basketball court is or the hockey arena is, which will be the two games that were going on, or the Nelson Fitness Center, which has like swimming and stuff. So yeah, I made to check that, and then I kind of like went out to my kitchen, and I saw that like the car wasn't outside, and I was like, oh shit, my dad's at work still, and he works at the Hillel House, which is like a Jewish center on campus, and so that was obviously scary. I texted him, or I called him first. He didn't answer. Obviously, I'm not going to blow his phone up.
Right.
Just in case he's in, like, a position where he's hiding, and I don't want to, like, you know what I mean, alert anybody or anything. Got in touch with my mom. Basically said, like, yeah, we're okay. He had 30-something students with him. He got them upstairs, and he, like, sat down under the desk just to make sure, like, as a last resort, if anyone came in the building to, like, protect them. He worked security, but obviously, like, not armed or anything like that. So It was kind of just him versus the world at that point. But they were all fine, fortunately. But yeah, this is it. I was just saying right before we started, like like I have to remind myself, like this actually fucking happened, and like seeing on the news every day, like buildings that like I walk by, and they used as like a reconnection center for the families. Like the day of, the Nelson Fitness Center was like it's right across the street from where, or right across there's like it's called Ilson Quad. It's like a small green, right across where like the hockey rink is and the basketball arena, and like basically where like our area where we work. It's just so crazy just seeing all that shit, and it very, very unfortunate again for the 2 lives that were lost, and like all the students who are in the building now, you know, have to live with that. Somebody walked into the building and started shooting. All the people that weren't in the specific classroom that it happened in and around, like barely getting away and stuff like that. I know I saw a report of somebody who was like shot in the stomach and was able to like run out. Like just based off like pure adrenaline and being able to get out, and like in more ways than one, he's scarred for life now. And it's just unfortunate that we have these issues in America at this point still. And it's just, I don't know. It's at a point where like all you can do is be like, oh, we pray for the families, and there's nothing else really that like we can do. And it sucks to feel like helpless as just like citizens for people that just like kind of want to fucking go and study without the threat of getting potentially shot.
I don't even know how. I mean, it's a good thing it was like the end of finals week because I don't know how you go back to school.
I know that's
like I don't even know how you do that.
Not even to be like, oh, there's a bright side. There's not.
Because you're back. Went to the office.
We were remote the rest of this week at least, and then there's like a period where there's like a de facto break for us because we don't have any, like, obviously there's still work
winter
to be
break.
done,
Everyone's gone pretty much.
Like, no games or anything. Which, like, I mean, we're like I said before, we're super lucky that this was like one of the weekends where there wasn't any games. Like every other weekend, I would have been in that building. Right. Not that building that obviously the shooting took place, but like on campus in a building. And I was texting to my coworkers, and we're just like don't know what the fuck we would have done in that situation if any of us were like. So. No, there's been games, like there was a game on the 29th that was canceled. I assume there's one on New Year's. If we're not progressing in this case more and more.
Well, I don't know.
Probably that gets canceled. It's a lot of touch and go.
Terrifying. We have, obviously I coach high school. We had supposed to have a meet invitational this weekend, but all the Providence schools had no after school activities this whole week.
Which is fair.
So we're not having that, and it gets postponed to like the 3rd, I think, or something like that. But it's kind of crazy because, like, if we didn't have the thing, I literally would have been over there, like, running or something like that. Or, like, sitting in the park.
And you leave your fucking phone when you run, so you would have really
my mom would have been going crazy. And then the same thing, I was like, it's definitely different if we had this guy in custody.
Exactly, yeah.
Because now it's like, I don't know. Like, I probably would have went because it was like pretty nice out, but like the day after Sunday, like if the guy was caught, it's different. Like I was gonna go for it's just snowed. I was like, oh, it's so perfect out, and I literally because that's on my long run, that's where I go. Yeah, like I'll run down there, like I'll cut across, like right next to the quad. And I'm like, I guess I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, so for those of you that don't know, I assume everyone for the most part is caught up on this. Been in the news cycle for 4 days now, which is too long, and we'll get into that at this point. Not too long for it to be in the news cycle, but too long for this not to be like
figured out
or even close to being figured out. But on Sunday, they apprehended somebody who they thought was a suspect. That information was leaked. It wasn't specifically put out there by anybody, but the guy's picture was put out, name was put out, where he was from, where he was detained. And
well, it was a person before that too. They detained someone on Saturday, I believe, and they didn't put any information out of him and said it wasn't him.
So when I first, one of the alerts that went out to students at the Brown, like emergency alerts, it goes to everyone's who works there to their phone number, and then we get emails as well. So, and they have a page that updates as well. I think you can maybe sign up for the alerts or something like that, but I'm not sure. But they did say that they had a suspect in custody.
Right. A person.
Obviously, first it was suspect when I got the text.
Suspect?
For the Saturday, the day of, which was not too long after it happened.
Right, because I remember I was still at the meet when they said that. Yeah. And we were like, oh, okay, good.
So, like, semantics-wise, that doesn't mean that's the actual person. That means that they have somebody that they believed that could be the potential person
but it's different because
was in custody.
On the second time when they say person of interest, and we're like, well, what the fuck?
I think that's why it's like now they're using very semantics. But on Saturday they did say, oh, we have a suspect in custody. So we're like, oh, okay, cool. Right. And then even like the president tweeted out, which
the actual president,
our president Donald Trump, yes.
Okay. I was say
tweeted out like, oh, there is a suspect in custody. Yeah, granted, as president, you should not be tweeting that shit out unless you know for 100% fact.
Well, they did have a suspect in custody.
But they did have somebody. But by the time he tweeted it out, they had already sent a second message saying there is no suspect in custody anymore. So they were wrong on whoever they picked up that specific day. So he tweeted that out. And I did hear from like students on the news that were like, don't believe Trump. Like they didn't actually catch a person because he wasn't privy to the information that had just come out. Like got relatively close to him tweeting that out that they released whoever they had in custody because he didn't have anything to do with it. But yeah, people were stuck on campus for a very long time. My dad was stuck. He didn't get home until like 12:30. Just for them, they went one by one, building by building, to clear things out, to search it, sweep it, and get people back in if they needed to, and get people on buses to the Nelson Fitness Center. That was like the reconnection point for families.
Everyone had to go there?
I think everyone from that immediate area were bused to there, and then they would stay there overnight, and then got told when it was fine for them to come back to their dorms. Because they were still part of the investigation. They had to like really thoroughly sweep the buildings to make sure.
Right, I imagine.
There's like no one like obviously hiding in there. But yeah, fast forward to Sunday, they had got somebody else. They apprehended somebody else, and I guess we found out, was it the next day or the same day later on, that that person was no longer in custody, and that just kind of just sent the media into a frenzy. Like, what the fuck are these people doing? Like, it seems like now you're back at square one. And as much as Mayor Smiley came out and said in every single press conference, dating to even today, that like, oh, there's been no credible, reasonable threat that we've heard that anyone in the general area of Providence should be worried about.
Which
you don't know
where
this person's at.
Right.
So you can't say that with 100% fact that there is safety. Like, granted, it'd be stupid for the person to stick around, but you never. This dude could be holed up in a building somewhere close.
That was my thoughts too, because I was like, I'm pretty sure technically, like, criminal psychology is like they were going to come back to the crime scene or something like that.
Yeah, because people.
But it's like also.
Why would you?
But if you're gonna, but I guess it's different motivation wise, maybe, because like we were talking about, your brother was like the Luigi guy, like left the state.
Yeah.
And because he did it for a different reason, then I don't know what this guy's motive was yet.
We don't. Yeah, nobody knows up to this point what it is. But like,
I'm not sure.
You'd have to initially, like, realistically, and we've said this. The dude's probably long gone by now, right? But we don't know specifically if he like lived in the area. Like the amount of like stuff that we're being told and evidence that is put out of this person, like camera wise and stuff like that, and video wise and picture wise, we don't know that this dude didn't like live in the area, leave his apartment, walk over, do what he had to do, and then go back to his apartment, and it's just not cameras of him, and he knows the area well.
I mean, I'm not going downtown till they catch this guy.
Oh,
which sucks, because I love going downtown.
They've propped up the
I lied.
Police.
I actually just lied.
What? You are going downtown.
Not downtown. I would go loosely downtown. I'm going to Oneyville this weekend.
Not in the area, but
that's good enough.
It's like, yeah, they don't.
But they have to do that. They have to do it to keep the peace. They got to say everything's fine. Everyone keep doing your stuff.
But like, it's just like a inference, and it's like, oh, like, you know, we have to have our kids in school, like stuff like that.
Right.
Like,
it was up to me.
No, my kids aren't.
Because winter break is the 19th, I think.
Yeah,
or it's like the 20-something. I would have just gone, fuck it. Put a week on at the end, just do right to winter break.
That's what I would have done too.
Because one of my friends, she works kindergarten at the school right on Hope Street.
They made her come in.
So he came to work the next day.
Yeah, it's
obviously the kids didn't know what the fuck happened. They're in kindergarten.
But
still,
I mean,
crazy.
if you're a parent,
and they were like, "Oh no, we're all safe in here." Like they had a meeting about it.
The issue.
Yeah, but how? I mean,
the only thing that's like a point to them actually being like safe is they did up the police presence,
cops, right?
And
there's
which is just like a natural deterrence. Obviously, like this person's
there's a whole
probably
police station right there. They can't. It's
so
less than a. I mean, and the guy crossed in front of the police.
For the people that don't know much about like the Brown campus, the Brown PD station, which is why they responded so quickly. It's right there. Like it's very, very, very close.
Like it's right next to the
maybe a minute drive.
The basketball place.
Yeah, it's very, very
because
close.
Of traffic. There's no one on the road.
It's super, like, and it looked pretty empty, to be completely honest, that day.
The cops?
No, the road in general, like the area.
Yeah, it did look empty. Yeah,
which like people were
3 o'clock on a Saturday.
But also, people weren't on campus, and a lot of people were gearing to leave. Yeah, it's very, very, very close. Unfortunately, they just weren't able to, get the guy. I mean, a lot of I kind of thought that day of that they would kind of get this solved and done quickly. Because
what's how it usually happens?
Usually, like, they're either, like I said to my brother, they either kill themselves in the building, and there you go, or they're in the building and, like, hold off somewhere, or they're very close around, like, the general area.
Yeah.
But I kind of lost hope in the not lost hope in the investigation, because I do think they're going to find the guy. It's just a matter of when.
I'm worried now.
But the initial day where they released the video of the guy, and we
just the worst footage possible.
For no one that's ever hasn't seen it yet, the first video that they pulled up of this person just leisurely walking, mind you, but this is what they had. Obviously, he's wearing a hat. They don't see the front of his face, but, like, we know now that he's wearing a mask. It's a blurry video. When I saw that, I said, oh my, they're not catching this guy. I'm like, they have no clue. And in my head also, I'm like having a little hope, because I'm like, oh, there's cameras all down that street. There's a residential area right there. Like, clearly they're going to have, like, a path of him walking and find out where he's going. As of today, December 17th, we don't have that. We'll just take you through some of the...
Yeah, I mean, we do have an additional thing, but it tells you absolutely nothing.
This is besides, the next thing that they put out, which was the best picture past that. You know, obviously a more heavy-set person. They said around 5'8". Obviously a male.
Got a little limp.
Walked with a little bit of a limp. This is the next best thing, next video that they put out. 4 videos they put out of this man at 2 p.m., which was 2 hours before the shooting, walking around. I believe this is a thread.
Yeah.
Second video of him walking around. Third video or picture of the suspect, and another zoomed in one. Obviously not the best videos, and this only grew frustration in the coming days. They released a video. If I look up the Providence police, Twitter, they released a video which was, let me see. This was another video released. You literally can't see anything.
This was a second video they released, and I go, wow, this is 10 times worse.
This was a slap in the face. I was
just like Bigfoot in the back. I can't tell you.
Genuinely, like, angry as fuck when I saw this, because it's like, you're telling us this is the best we have.
Yeah, because at this point, what is this?
This is December 15th, 2 days after.
Right. 2 days after, this is what they uncover.
And it's like,
why would you even post that?
What are we doing?
I guess it tells you what street he went down. What street is that? Is that still, that's right, off campus? That's like a street over from there?
Waterman. This is Waterman. So this is right, basically the
street over.
Street he, like, basically turned off of.
Yeah.
They released, I'm trying to find the video where they have.
Yeah, where the other guy comes.
It's like, there's like a 4-minute video, basically, of all of his movements that day. It's this video basically here. They cut it up into multiple sections, but it shows just him walking around the streets, like I said, at 2 p.m. prior.
This one's a pretty good one. I like this one.
This is the best one out of all of them. Yeah, it just shows him walking around. There's a video in this, and I'll see if I can pull it up, where he's...
So
there's a video originally, and I'll just try to find it while I'm talking, but there's a video originally that the FBI Boston released, which basically shows 2 people, like, intersecting paths almost.
I think Zach sent one.
I sent it in the group chat. Let me.
Yeah, you did. Oh, that was you.
Yeah.
I got something. I'll talk.
Good.
I will say it's interesting. It is very interesting how there's no. He doesn't go into, like, a car. Like, he kind of just walks away. Yeah. And they put a thing out, like, looking. The police put a thing out. It was like, oh, if you're in this area, please submit, like, your home cameras and whatnot.
Yeah, cameras, Teslas.
But it's because Tesla's, like, auto recording. But it's just so interesting that he doesn't, like, get in a car. Like, I guess I don't know what Luigi did, but I'm just like, where was his car parked? He had to have.
A lot of the issue,
if he didn't, then they would have known who it was. I don't know.
There's that video that we showed, and I can't find, like, there was like a longer, like a 4-minute video which showed everything that was in there. Like, it was multiple videos, but there's a point where it's like, oh, here's the first video at this time, timestamped. This is where we saw him, all before the shooting. And in one of those videos, there's like a 30-minute gap. And between those two videos, one, he's not wearing like the satchel with what, I mean, is presumed to believe he had a weapon in. Mm-hmm. And the next one, or like a crossbody, like bag, rather. And the next one, he is. And granted, he could have just been hiding under his jacket or whatever, but there's potential that he stopped at his car or wherever to grab that and, you know, begin to walk around then.
Right.
Like, we just don't know.
But it's weird that, like, he doesn't leave from there and then go to his car. Like,
well, we don't know.
I can't tell if he's smart or stupid. In a way, like, he thought it through, like it was premeditated.
So we don't know
the,
like,
to assume
if it was like a targeted thing and like
right.
he was scoping
That's another
out.
thing too.
Police
no
did ask for like footage from these houses or like the people in the general area that like they see him walking. Like, if you can, check your cameras up to like even a week before, just in case he's been there multiple times. He was there, like I said, 2 hours before, scoping it out, and then they did say that they saw him as early as I don't think they released his video, but like as early as 10:30 around the area. Yeah. So he could have been there multiple times scoping. He could have been planning this shit for a while. We don't know, but
well, the way he walks, like he's looking for things or something like that.
Yes,
like he stops, like turns around, put his hands behind his back,
looking around, looking up.
Like, what are you looking?
Or he could have just been like one of those, like, because in that video there is somebody walking in the area, so maybe he's just trying to be like, oh, like I'm not doing anything suspicious type of deal.
Yeah.
And like, after COVID, like it's not very random for somebody to be wearing, and especially in the cold time, wearing a jacket, just darker clothes and a mask. Like, there's nothing like very unforthcoming of that in general.
In that area,
especially in the area, yeah. And like, there's a video on there where like he's like walking like right by a woman, and he's like, and see if I can pick it up or pull it up. He's like walking by this woman and like low key just like staring at her the whole entire time he's walking by. Oh. Maybe just be like, oh, like maybe she's this video right here. Oh, it's not a good video, dude. I need to find this because this is pissing me off now. He's basically like following her. Or not following her, but they turn down the same street basically.
Yeah, he walks across. She walks across the street, then he walks across the street. Right?
And he like kind of looks at her like the whole entire time he's passing by, and that could just be like, oh my God, did you see me? We were pretty close. But like this video here, where he's like putting his hands behind his back, there is somebody walking here, so maybe he's just trying to like play it off, like, oh, I'm just looking around, just going for a lazy stroll, like, you know what I mean? Yeah,
but I don't know. That's so interesting. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I need to find that video.
Yeah, they have the other one. If you can find that, you sent it earlier. But he comes to like a corner, and then they're looking for the other dude, who I guess like saw him.
Yeah,
and then the guy, the suspected shooter, like runs or like doesn't run, but he kind of like, I guess he kind of runs, but he doesn't like full sprint.
There's also multiple videos of him like running at certain points. I'm gonna find this video. I don't know why that's not on the page. I don't know if they took it off. Hopefully they didn't, but I know somebody on Twitter that I saw had it like up. So let me just.
I will say it is actually pretty crazy how easily
he got away.
You just walk in and walk out.
I mean, it also points me to believe that he may have just like known the area pretty well to like do something like that and just casually walk out. Basically, almost
like to know there's not cameras.
Like fucking cocky, like to the point where he's just like, there's no care in the world. He's not running around. He's just walking.
Well, I feel like that'd be. That's why I'm thinking like, is it premeditated? Like, does this guy knows to just like walk?
He must.
But then he just has little sprints, and I'm like, what's he sprinting for?
Well, okay, so the FBI came out, and not came out, but were talking in one of the press conferences, and they were like, maybe he's just at that point, he knows what he's going to do, he knows the area, and he's just plotting his escape, and he's like saying how long it takes me to get from here to here. Maybe there's a camera in this area, and I just have to run across here to get to coverage and then be able to dip out that way with no camera. You know what I mean?
So he would have parked his car with like no houses or something like that.
Or easily could have just gotten on a bus
Could've
and just
gone
got the hell out of here.
It's interesting.
I'm coming up on this video.
Trying to think where the bus stop.
There's a bus stop relatively close. I did see somebody.
Yeah, but that's like on campus. There's not one.
There's one like
I don't know where his path is.
in the path where he walked out of. There's one like there's a bus stop over there. Now, timing wise, I don't know, but I would assume they would have.
But I think they have
check that.
cameras on buses. Though.
They do.
I have to imagine. So they would have just checked the buses.
Hopefully, but I mean, you don't know because low key we don't. It seems like they're doing. And I get they're working hard, obviously, like around the clock to figure this out. But it doesn't seem to me and to you and other people that would have expressed frustration in it that they're like doing too great of a job. Like,
yeah, I haven't had a conversation with anyone who thinks they're doing a good job. Anyone here, at least.
It just seems like
this is what you got.
they're just not doing enough. And I know they probably are doing a fucking shit ton of work and like trying to like delve through a lot of stuff. But I just feel like the response time in the beginning
is awful.
Was very slow, and it doesn't seem like they were doing, and they weren't really working collaboratively. I don't think. I think now they are more so. But I know like at one of the press conferences, our chief of police kind of threw the FBI under the bus with that first person of interest that they got at that hotel, and was like, "Oh, that was the FBI's tip." And they will say it obviously didn't, but that derailed the whole thing because they were going back to places that they should have been checking the whole time because I think they really genuinely thought they got the guy.
Can you pull this up on Google Maps so I know where the hell this is?
Yeah.
Is Google Maps going to DOS me? Oh, okay.
I'll look at just
You're
a campus map.
Well, can you do Google Maps so I know where it is?
Well,
just click on the top right.
There's streets named on it.
Never looked at the camp. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Wow, I didn't know it was this big.
We'll pull this up. So this is the campus. All the things outlined in, what is this color? Red?
Wow.
I just can't tell. It's like red on red, no?
Black.
It's black? Oh, because it's the red on black. I get, like, I'm colorblind.
There's no
red
red
that don't know.
That's green.
Like this right here?
That's
this line is
black?
Oh, sorry. So this outlined in black is the campus. This is the athletics area. Moses Brown's right here also. This is the campus. This right here is where the shooting took place.
How did they ever...
Bears and Holly. This is specifically like labeled.
Oh.
I think right now.
Oh, because you can't go there.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is Waterman Street.
Wait, I just need to think to myself where this is. Can you pull that a little bit?
You don't. This is.
Oh, Thayer's right there. Okay, so it's 2 streets over.
What are you seeing there? Because I'm
right there near Caswin Hall.
Another street over, left one. There's Thayer. That's Thayer.
This is Thayer.
See, I'm just not sure where the Bajas is on Thayer.
This is the science library, right here.
That's the library.
It's the tall one that I used to work in.
Oh, okay.
This is the science library here.
See, I've never seen this
Thayer.
engineering building. Okay.
It's on.
Yeah, I see where it is.
The one thing that the provost was saying about like cameras and people being upset that there's no cameras. This is literally on the edge of campus.
Right.
So this could also point to like somebody that knows what they're doing here because you back out of the street and this is off campus and now it's all residential areas and there's not campus cameras. So they're saying, and we'll pull this video up, Manning Street and Cook Street.
Manning was at the top. It's right there. Stop. Right there.
This is Manning Street. Governor Street as well as right here. That was like a.
Let's see what this one right here is.
This street right here is not labeled for.
It might be Manning.
But
it might be Cook. I imagine
it's Cook right here.
Yeah. So go back to it.
It's around this area where and Ive Street was, from what I saw today on the map they released, will show that also. This is where they last spotted him. But we'll look at this video.
If he takes a right.
So this is the video I was talking.
So this is Manning in front of us, and the one going long ways is
Cook.
I imagine.
Fast forward a little bit.
So he's walking.
So this is him walking down.
He takes a left.
So this is the video I was talking about or referencing with this person, and I need to move the camera from us to the other side because I'm realizing we're blocking it.
It's gonna come over this way too.
Make it a little bit smaller. Throw it to the bottom. Should be good here.
Hands.
So he's this person immediately makes eye contact with him.
Which is around the corner.
From where the shooting happened.
Oh.
Wait, what did you say? What did you say?
You said she makes eye contact with him?
Yeah, so she comes in here, top of the screen.
Oh, yeah, I guess
he
she
looks
does.
at him. He kind of changes his path, follows her very slowly behind. She goes that way, and I'm low-key thinking if I'm her, she's probably like, this guy's, like, this is weird. I don't know why, but, like, it's weird for her to come down there, cut that, and go back the way she just came, or back down the street, personally. Because I personally...
He's going towards campus.
Well, this is the street right here leading to campus. I mean, I don't know.
No. He came from campus, that road. So
he's coming down Manning Street and going to Cook.
Street and taking a right. So Manning Street is towards campus. If he's going left on this map,
Look back on the map.
it's towards campus.
Manning Street. Yes, you're right.
yeah.
You're right. So
So
she's
he's coming
towards
from campus. She's coming down Cook Street and going towards campus.
So yes, okay. So he's
She's going
coming
to
from campus. He's going to campus.
I mean, I don't know if she makes. She's looking for a car.
No, she looks just like him. She looks right at him. She like
She
you
looked in
could
his
tell.
direction for the car.
But like I assume that she like looked at his
I guess
person.
so
You don't think she looked past him or something? Look at her.
she's looking for a car.
Yeah, but she's obviously she looks at him. If you're walking down the street and someone's coming at you, you're looking at a person.
Loosely.
You're not like looking like blindness. You're like obviously looking at the person.
I guess so.
But for what I was saying before,
not looking for her then. To give a tip.
I mean, they probably are, but the other person,
Then he comes down.
from what I'll show in the video, but
Right, I guess he is looking.
he looks at her the whole entire way.
Well, I would be too.
Just like you're probably doing something crazy, like make sure she didn't like think of you as suspicious. And he kind of speeds up his walk a little bit going down that street. Second video, which you saw,
This is still on Cook Street.
is just him walking down.
Okay. So he goes down Cook Street, take a left.
Takes a
on the
left on the
George.
George. Yep. And then he walks back towards back down George Street to Cook.
Huh.
That's for there, and then he goes up Cook and then
takes a
down
left and goes south.
to Benevolent Street. Oh, I lied. He goes back to Cook Street. This is showing
he
back.
takes a left and then goes south.
Oops, paused. Down this street.
Huh.
These are all from Ring cameras.
Didn't he
And this
take
is from
the
Benevolent. He's walking west back towards Cook. So
He's looking towards campus.
you would have to see from here. He's scoping shit out. He's planning either
This
his
is
escape
before.
or like
This is
2 hours before. It's 2 o'clock. Yes.
Oh.
This is not after. Yeah.
I thought it was after. I'm like, wow, he's
No.
just circling the bottom of.
So all the video that you're seeing now, people that are watching from home, this is 2 hours before the shooting. And then he goes. He's on and off Cook Street a lot, basically.
So
Back round to this person's Ring camera. Back over here again.
Oh, this is 11 PST. Weird.
It's whatever Ring camera. It's like at a weird time, but that's just.
Well, no, it's Pacific time.
But like, you know what I mean? Like weird time, and like we're East Coast, obviously. This camera's set at PST for whatever reason.
Weird.
And
he goes
back to Cook, and this is where it gets like kind of like frantic, I would say.
That's so weird.
So he's walking down here, and you'll see
It's
up
funny,
here
it's
there's
kinda-
somebody
oh,
walking in his path, and this is what we'll talk about. He starts
kinda
running down the
runs.
street, and now this is the video that the FBI released.
And this is the second person looking for.
Now, this person over here, as you can see, continues walking down this way, right? And as you see in the timestamp, it pauses right here
See, it's funny. I thought
16
you paused it.
at 2:16.
Yeah.
It pauses for a second for whatever reason, not sure why, but picks back up, not altered. As you can see, the time's still ticking down. This person of interest walks basically to where this guy was hiding or stopped at, and then we see another person running, and that's not circled, which is big because now you know that that's not the person of interest who they think did the shooting that's running. That's the other person.
Wait, can you go back? So does he stop there and hide?
So we'll pull it back. So this person gets to here
Okay.
and stops.
Yeah, he does stop.
Now this jumps from 1627 to 1636. So there's 7 seconds they're missing.
How are they missing that?
God,
what?
10 seconds rather, they're missing. Not sure. But it is odd that this person
I didn't know
moves
that.
down this corner, all after seeing him run away in the first place, gets to here, and then from that point starts running themselves. Now, we'll continue and then get back on that. This is him walking.
That's so weird. So that's the second person they're looking for.
South on Hope. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. And this is him running east towards Cook here again. And then gets around this corner and then stops again. So he was in the area 2 hours prior, walking around, presumably casing it out. And this is a video here. He's on. This is right on campus also. Right on Manning Street. If we'll look back on our map here, where's Manning? This is right here, basically right around these buildings over here where he's at. Just from dash camera from a Nissan Rogue. And then this is the last video. This is after the shooting at 1603. There's a police car here. Brown
Which
police.
should have a dash
They don't
camera.
have dash cams.
They don't
on
have
those
dash
cameras.
cams on Brown Police.
As far as that's what I heard from the press conference today.
And the cop gets out.
He gets out. This is after the shooting. These people are obviously like, what the fuck's going on? You can tell.
People
they
probably
turn around,
don't
they go,
know.
what? And he's up here. And then that, I believe, would be the video that they see him from the initial thing that he's walking away. And then this is the last video after the shooting at 4:06. Him walking away, which isn't obviously a great video. So
North on Hope. Can I go back to the
So this, where's Hope Street? Hope Street.
Stop moving. I can't read anything.
Hope Street is right here.
This goes that way.
So he basically does this,
So
pops
weird.
up on Hope, and then I believe goes right on Waterman. I think this
We
is
have no
Matthew
footage
Tote.
after that?
As far as we know, the police might have stuff that they're holding back on, specifically maybe hopefully they're getting closer on something, but just has to not tip the person off, basically.
Huh.
But we don't know. We genuinely have no clue. We'll go back to the Twitter here.
I thought all those other footage was after.
it
That's
was all
weird.
Before, 2 hours before,
He was walking around this area,
basically
but
coming
no,
out.
it's like a whole block away from where he was going to go.
But presumably that's where he left, and maybe he was scoping out multiple routes and where he would leave best.
But then he
Or would
didn't
be
even
best.
go that way. Like he was on the south side of campus, and he left the north way.
But then presumably he was maybe finding out ways to get onto the campus without least resistance, because apparently they don't know how he entered the building at this point. Was it from the backside? Was it from
Well, I have to
the
imagine
front?
from the
Was there a
backside.
side door? Maybe they don't know. Still to this point. So today
Well, you have to swipe to get in.
the swipe was unlocked that day
Right.
because there were a lot of people going in and out because there were finals
stuff,
going on in
yeah.
study sessions as well, which they do normally for those buildings
Right.
during operating hours. I
mean,
know,
like I told you, everything in UMaine's unlocked, outside of faculty only rooms or something.
I know there's at past 5 p.m. specific buildings, you'll need to swipe in to get in. But
Yeah.
during the day,
Same.
if it's a gym or something, as soon as you just walk in. So they find that video that we saw. So the FBI deleted the initial video. The account I looked up that had that 6-minute video with that scene where we saw the two people basically crossing paths.
Mhm.
The FBI tweeted out and deleted it. And now 2 things. Oh, it could be fishy, why they're doing that. They could also be trying to rule out that this person assisted in any way. So they're we're not going to fucking try and let them know that we know that we have them on video, And pretty openly on video, as we can see from here, which I'll pull up on screen, there is a picture of this person, new person of interest, is not believed to be involved in the shooting, but they want to talk to this person because they were, as far as they know, in close enough proximity to the person who did the shooting to where they want to figure out who this is and if they know anything or saw anybody. This is the best picture out of anybody that we've seen so far. that
It's
they
a
have.
woman.
That's what we have. They're trying to reach out and find this person. Initially I was thinking why wouldn't the person reach out to them? Clearly, you know what I mean? But maybe they're not watching the news and are very privy to it. Maybe they're not
I wouldn't. Well, I haven't watched the news either.
Exactly.
I've only been listening to what you guys are saying.
So not everybody's like up to date and watching and seeing all these videos being released.
Right.
Which is like also maybe part of the reason why things like aren't getting done at a faster rate. Like maybe there are people in the area that just aren't really privy to the news.
100%.
And like, yeah, police now have to go knock on your door and maybe like, okay, now we're getting somewhere because we literally knocked on the door and said, hey, did you know that this person walked by your house? And they're like, oh my God, no, I didn't know that. So I will say, we don't know if people are going to be watching this and being like, reaching out on our behalf or like from what we're seeing. But there is a tip line, 401-272-3121 for the Providence Police tip line to send, or you can go online to the FBI website at fbi.gov/Brown University shooting. You can release, I went on the site just to look at it. You can release videos, pictures that you think might help, and upload those to there. There's a $50,000 reward for a tip or anything that leads to the direct arrest of the person. So yeah, literally, I mean, anybody out there listening, if you are and you're in the area, if you know something, even if it might be insignificant, call it in, send the tip. Anything can help. There could literally be the most minuscule and obscure detail that you're like, oh, that won't mean anything, that could break the case open. You literally have no idea because we don't know what they have for their investigation so far. But yeah, the second person, they're looking for them. Here is a map of the area of where they believe to be their points of interest that they're looking at. So this is inside the campus relatively, but some of it is off of it now.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically...
So it moved like down a bit
from
the original point of interest. So this green here, is it green? The green is the path and stuff he took before the shooting.
Yeah.
And Bearson Ollie's right here where the shooting happened. So he was roaming around these areas beforehand. The blue is the area of focus where they're looking at for evidence, potentially, getting more video evidence from cameras and stuff like that. And the red is where they know that he walked after the shooting. So, like we said, after the shooting, he went up the street, took a right, and they lose him over here.
Yeah, he does walk towards the bus stop, huh?
And that's right towards the bus stop.
Bus stop right there.
But they do have him walking last on, and this is new to anyone in the media.
Yeah, but this is towards another bus stop.
Ive Street, yes, towards another bus stop. But they know that he must have had to pop down the street at some point, which is why they're picking down the area.
Right, yeah.
Because he clearly is walking down this way, and I guess they have reason to believe so far that he hasn't gone so far this way, but more so down this way. So yeah, that's what is put out now. This is an enhanced video that we showed, obviously, of the shooter. I'm going to refresh. Maybe there's something new. Maybe there's something. There's not. So they've been doing these press conferences around like 4 or 5 every day. For anybody that wants to be keyed in on those, I believe I heard specifically, and this will be when this video goes out, at 4 p.m. today when this video drops, which is on Thursday, they will be having another press conference. They have been releasing more news and information at each of these. Granted, it hasn't been the best and hasn't really led to anything so far, but that's what they've been releasing so far, and I believe they will be continuing to do that. Either 1 in the morning, 1 at like 4 or 5. They've been doing 5, but it's 4 tomorrow, or 4 on Thursday when this releases. But 1 in the morning, 1 at that time, or maybe just 1 now, just because they're not getting like a huge influx of something. Basically, yeah, those are the times that they're going to be having these press conferences. Hopefully, we're hoping that something new and better comes out of it. It seems like they're gaining ground in general.
It's looking better, yeah. I mean, I think these people are pretty distinctive in my mind.
I will say, something that's encouraging is that whenever they're asked, it's the only persons of interest, but they do believe that the person that is in the video wearing like the mask and the bag is the person that committed the shooting.
Right.
I'm not going to say suspect. Obviously, they're covering their bases.
Yeah.
But it's good to know that, like, at least they're zeroed in on the right person as far as we know. This other person thrown into the mix now. I know we had someone in the group chat say today, like, oh, what are they going to do? Just be like, I didn't see his face. Basically, he was wearing this and they know what it is. But we don't know exactly what he was wearing. Like, maybe that person is like, okay, yeah, no, he was wearing a Columbia jacket. And now we can be like, all right, cool. Now we can search the area and, like, look at retailers and be like, oh, did anyone buy a jacket like this?
That'd be pretty tough. But
well, it's a pretty, like, it's not a very, like, normal jacket.
Yeah, the jacket was pretty distinctive.
It's green and, like, blue
bag,
or black or whatever. It's very, in a crossbody bag as well.
It's green, yeah.
No, but I'm like, it's like two-tone.
Yeah, it's two-toned, yeah.
So, like, that's not insignificant. And like I said, like, sometimes little details like that, like, can bust a case open. So
100%. I thought getting the color was big.
The color, yeah, because they were like, oh, it's dark clothing. I was like, oh, he's wearing all black. It's cool.
And the crossbody bag, yeah.
So, I don't know, maybe we are getting a little bit closer. Obviously, he walks with, like, a specific gait from what we're seeing. And I don't know. I guess they could hopefully, and I'm surprised they haven't yet, but they're just being extra cautious, especially after that first person wasn't turned out to be who.
Well, it was crazy getting two people and being like, oh, never mind.
But
that's wild.
Hopefully soon, and they're interviewing students, and they sent out an email, and I got that email as well, that, like, anybody that was in the building at that time to please reach out to the police and schedule an interview so we can get as many people or eyes on this as possible. Maybe you know something. Maybe you can, like, point something out that he was wearing or that he did. Did he have an accent? Did he scream something? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they said he screamed something. I feel like that would help a lot. No one seems to.
So that's that's the big thing. People are hearing that they are. So the person that was in the classroom, Joseph Ordoro or something like that.
Oh, the TA.
I might be butchering his name, but the TA that was in the class doing the study session at that point, there wasn't a final going on in that room, which a lot of people, like, aren't understanding, I guess. There was a study session scheduled for there, so a lot of people in the press conference were, like, angry. Like, how do you not have a list of students in here? They wouldn't have that on file.
Well, I mean, usually they sign up maybe, but
I think it was basically probably out there to, like, anyone in the class.
100%. I
think he did say that he had multiple study sessions, and just one just happened to be that day at, like, 4 or whatever. So, yeah, the person, the TA in that class who was there when it happened did say, and there were multiple other students in the class, I guess, because he went to talk to the students, I heard, like, in the hospital that were, like, obviously doing like well, enough to speak, and they were trying to figure out, like, what he said, if anything, and the students, they nobody knows, like, it wasn't distinctive enough for them to be like, oh, he said this, and a lot of people are trying to, like, which is unfortunate when you get, like, these, like, shootings and stuff like that. People are gonna make inferences and cast judgment on things, and a lot of people, like Laura Loomer, she said it like, oh, he said the Allahu Akbar, which nobody has, like, actually reported on that. I don't know where that came from. It was like a Yahoo article and said that, like, multiple people said that. I don't know where that came from, but it pushed people and internet salutes to some person who we now know from press conferences that they said that wasn't really involved in it all. And that's unfortunate. If that is to be true, that this person had nothing to do with it. Their name is now out there, plastered out there. The university, there were pages that were taken down. His Twitter was deleted. His LinkedIn was deleted, or disabled rather. And people are like, oh my God, like, we're onto something here. But the GA came out, like, emphatically and was like, listen, we don't have anybody of interest. It's very dangerous putting names out there and like leading to people and like being like, oh, this is the suspect now. So it seems as if that person is not involved at all, and basically kind of his life might be ruined because the stuff that I was seeing, the account that I first saw it on, he tweeted, I would like woke up at 4 a.m. and I went on Twitter and that was the first thing I saw, and I saw this guy's face and I was like, oh my God, they caught the guy. And I looked on his account and he was like very Muslim, anti-Islam, and he was saying like, oh, this is probably what it was, and that's based off like people saying like, oh, he screamed this, and like, why aren't they saying what he screamed?
Put a hat and a mask on that guy, he looks pretty much like the dude. Like he's a heavy.
He had the same build, yeah. But
so.
I mean, you're putting two things together. But if there was no motive and there wasn't anything that could point them in a direction where there would be a motive, like he screamed something religious like that, there wouldn't be a tie to this person at all, other than the fact you're like, oh, he probably just did something because I don't like these groups of people, or like what happened in Australia as well, which is terrible. They were like, oh, could this be linked? And there's a lot of people like trying to like make connections to things that just might not be connected. It is unfortunate, but I did see that from that guy's account. I was like, oh yeah, I thought they caught the person, but it's an inference and it's a speculation on something. But he did basically, the GA came out and basically, without saying it and saying the kid's name, basically said like, don't draw conclusions. That's our job. It's dangerous for you to do that. And as of right now, there's nobody that they are looking at that is involved regarding that. And yeah, I guess, I mean, moving on from there, that's like the best that we have. I think that was, and like I was going to say before, this is what I actually wanted to say. His life may be kind of over because that person and the people responding to that and the people that picked up on it and made a big like stew of it, which like granted universities like the page are deleted and stuff like that, it looks sketchy. But there's two sides of the coin where one, like, oh, do they know something now and they're trying to get rid of like their ties to the person and don't want people like looking into it because they got somebody and there's like credible evidence that this person might be it. And two, are they seeing all this uproar on the internet about this random person that might not have anything to do with it, and they're like, we're going to protect one of our students or one of the people that went here. And yeah, it's unfortunate. The people in the comments, as I was saying, did not seem like they were giving up on it even after the GA said that, and it was like they're hiding stuff. Like, and now it becomes like a conspiracy thing. And same thing with the other person that was identified as I'm just not going to say his name, but that was the first suspect. His face is plastered everywhere. People are tweeting
like
out
three different photos of the guy too.
Well, one of them wasn't him, and then the other one that came out was like most likely him because they got like an updated picture. They were like news places posting it because that leaked. They were like, "Oh, we got a suspect." And granted,
well,
the FBI,
I'll tell you what, a lot of the details looked like he had like 4 pistols in his hotel room. I was like, damn, what the hell?
But I guess it just didn't align, and those guns must have been
crazy.
Fine and registered to him, and
yeah, I don't know,
not an issue. But unfortunately, yeah, now he's on. And it was even like hours after they said like they released him and he was fine. I saw news pages and stuff like posting his picture, and it's like that's the scary and bad part is people want to help and people want to get to the bottom of it, and people think they're doing the right thing in posting stuff like that and being like, oh my God, like we got him, or like, oh this and it matches up. But like putting a name to something that you're not entirely sure on, and obviously you're not trained to do so when you're on the FBI or working police, it's, again, like the GA said, it is very dangerous. Let's talk a little bit about how we feel. Is there anything else we should touch on that I'm like missing?
I don't think so.
Is there anything that like I'll put it to us, how we feel the investigation's going? Like what's frustrating about it? Do we think they're doing enough? Do we think they're doing a good job, a bad job? With respect to, I will preface this saying, I understand they're working hard and they're working around the clock, and they just as badly want to understand why he did it, who he is, where they can find him, where the fuck he's at in general. But how do you feel about the investigation and how it's being handled in general?
Oh.
You just don't want to say?
No, I don't know. I mean,
I can,
to be completely honest, I haven't thought about it a lot, but I haven't thought about it a lot.
I've thought about it a good bit.
Well, you work there, so it's a bit different. I mean, not that I haven't thought about it, but it's like I low-key think they missed a chance to get this guy.
Okay, that's what I was basically like. Do you think they're doing a good job?
After like 48 hours, like
it's tough.
Dude could be anywhere.
I think there's like a rule of like 72 hours.
There's like a missing persons thing. Rule of 72 hours and they're dead. Like this person could be outside the country about this.
He could
point.
be, and he could be on fucking the
and you
moon
would
at this
you
point.
would just never know because you don't know the guy's name, and it's like
It's troubling, especially working there, and like it's fortunate that it's in between it's at a break time, and it's fortunate and very fucking unfortunate that it's during break. One, because I mean this is every year around this time. Hopefully they catch a guy, but you're thinking like back to like, oh, this happened at this time, especially anyone on the campus at that time having to go through that, anyone in the classroom specifically, or in the building in general that had to go through that. Obviously the families of the two students who lost their lives that day. This is going to be like a sour reminder coming up on the holidays every single year about this, and it's very unfortunate. But in terms of, having time for the more fortunate people in the situation that weren't basically part of it, weren't injured or like unfortunately killed in it, they have the time to be with their families in the next couple of weeks and not have to worry about finals and like going to school and stuff like that, and just like, healing in whatever way they want to heal. And people working on campus are able to like kind of like take a step back and also process things and not have to put in like 40 hours a week. And some they have to go back and like obviously provide for their families and stuff like that. But there's a silver lining in the fact that there is break coming and people can like go back home and like, relax and heal and stuff like that for the most part. And that there's not like a bunch of stuff going on during it or like within like the next week, because like say next week happened, there would still be stuff going on like games and stuff for like on our end and stuff like that. So it's a good thing that there's like nothing going on, and probably good on the police that it's like we can probably like really really batten down the hatches and like get shit done in this little area where there's not going to be so much foot traffic in the general areas, and there's a lot of time to just get through stuff. But with that being said, I do agree with you. I think they missed a chance in the beginning. When I saw it was getting dark out and I heard like it was gonna snow, my fucking heart dropped. I was like, dude, like any evidence, like say he smoked or something. We didn't know at that point anything.
Well, that's
but
what
like,
they're looking for, yeah.
If it's in that's like it's ruined. It ruins the crime scene, snow, like and stuff like that. So that was just rough. The day of, I was texting our friend who lives out in Utah, Corey. He was texting me. I was checking on me and like my dad, making sure like everything was okay and stuff like that. We were just going back and forth texting, and we get that first video that was released on that day. And I was like, oh my God, they said they had video. And like I said before, they released that video, and I was like, this is it? And this is hours after.
Right.
I'm like, this is
exactly.
This is all we fucking have. It's dark out. Like, we don't know where the fuck this guy is. I was like, I think we, as like Rhode Island, we don't feel like this happened. We obviously have a smaller police division in general because we have a smaller state. I think we are prepared for situations like this, but obviously you don't know until it happens. And I think now we know that we were not as prepared as we should have been, because we're going on 5 days now where we have nothing solid that is tying anything to find out who this person is, and it's just bits and pieces. And I think we are slow. We were slow to it. I think when the Boston bombings happened, and they were talking about that a lot on the news, they got video out there fucking rather quickly.
Yeah.
And granted, of the wrong people at first.
Right.
But That video was released to the public and out there very quick. On our end, they had that press conference and said we have video of the suspect before we knew what it was. It was dog shit video again. It was like almost 2 hours after they put it out. And I'm like, if you have this video and you know you have it now, they're admitting to it, they have it. It's different if you're like you have video and you have to clean through it and all that stuff. But they said we have a video of the suspect. Why is it not released immediately?
Right. Why they wait till like 5 o'clock at the news?
I think we're slow to the ball with that stuff. I think there's nothing wrong in getting shit out there. And then and then 2 hours later you have the press conference, you have the press conference. Maybe you have more stuff, you know? And I think that's where we dropped the ball. I don't think we were quick enough. I just understand from what they said, the response to the building was quick, but school shootings are very, very, very fast. Mass shooting in general, they're minutes at max. And if it took you minutes to get there, obviously the guy was gone and done and out of the building. I don't know, it's just rough. It's hard to not criticize and be frustrated, and I stand with everybody that's frustrated with it because we don't have anything. This is 5 days in, and all we have is a little better video and like him 2 hours before and nothing really after it. Because in my opinion, obviously afterwards is more important. So the fact that we're not doing
it's
this,
weird we have hours before, but then like almost nothing after.
nothing after, and like again, like we don't know if they're just sitting on stuff, but
That'd be weird. But I guess it is.
in because like investigation wise, you don't want the person to be tipped off or whatever. But if I'm them, I'm putting pressure on the guy. I'm saying like we're closing in. Like I would want that person to be, because that's when people make mistakes. You know what I mean? You don't want the person to think that we're like. You would want the person, I guess, to think that we're like inept and we're not doing shit right and we're like all over the place. But there's one thing making somebody believe that, and another thing is how I feel. I do think we're lost right now. And it's unfortunate because this guy's could be anywhere. And like, granted, he could be anywhere in the country or out of the country, whatever, anywhere in the world. But he also could be in the community still, which is the main issue. And you cannot rule that out. And it's a day in when you're being like, we need anyone in the community to give us ring camera footage. That's bad. That's just a bad look. So I don't know. It's getting better, but this is stuff that I would have expected to see all come out on the first day and a half. And the fact that we're at this point, I was texting a couple coworkers at work. I was like, I don't really have much confidence in. And I hate on Providence, and we're not Providence in general, but Rhode Island a lot. Like, we're like a small state. Like, we do a lot of fucking stupid shit. This is something you cannot fuck up on. Am I surprised we're fucking up on this? No. And that's sad to say. But it's not out of the, for me, take everything out of it and say this is like a case out of a book. And you told me I have to, with 100% certainty, yes or no, do I think that our police department and detectives and all that here are doing a good job before anything happened? I would be like, if I had to pick one, probably not. Does that make sense?
I guess so.
If I had
I haven't dealt with I haven't ran into the police department.
Me either, but I'm saying like I'm not surprised in the slightest that we are mishandling this. I mean, what it seems like we're mishandling it.
Yeah, I guess I've never seen him take on anything.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like we've done nothing to this thing, to this like stature. I don't know, it's just sad. As everybody would, I just want
peace on earth.
Well, yeah, but for like just any type of closure for the families or a type of justice for the people in the area, it's just very, very, very unfortunate that we have like nothing. And especially to build us up on Sunday being like, oh, we have a suspect.
I wonder if they're already unsolved ones.
It happens. I know that it definitely happens. Maybe not unsolved, but like this length of time happens where like there's like a period like of maybe like a week or more or so where there is a shooting, and there's so many a year, there has to be instances of this, but it's rare. So we just literally have to sit and hope that they are doing their best, and kind of take their word for it that they're making progress and doing their best. I don't know. I'm at a loss of words for this whole entire thing. I know I've been speaking for 2 hours straight, basically, but in terms of like what's actually happening, I'm at a loss. It's just
I'm at a loss for words.
It's just sad. It really is just super sad. You would just hope that this gets solved soon, just for peace of mind for everybody, and people can begin to start to, I won't say move on, because obviously if your child died in this, it's in your family member died.
Understand that you need closure.
You need some sort of closure. It'll make it 1% better. If that will make it 1% better, then that's what we need. And like I said, every day they're coming out with it seems like better stuff. It's progressing. We've been progressing slowly. Obviously, people are frustrated and it should be going faster. I think we all can agree that, but I don't know. Hopefully, it's solved very soon. Because if it's getting past like a week or something, it's like, what the fuck are we doing? Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I have to imagine they catch the guy by the weekend. If not, I don't know.
From that point, and yeah, he literally could be anywhere. Literally could be. He could be right there in your fucking basement right now. We don't fucking know. I'm just saying in general.
Right.
And yeah, nobody's safe. Especially if you don't know what the fuck the guy looks like. Nobody's safe. They want to say, oh, we're safe here, there, whatever. Nobody's safe. No. There was a shooting. An MIT professor in Boston got shot.
It was crazy.
We don't know if it's connected.
Well,
obviously,
it's not connected. That'd be crazy if it was connected.
You never know. They're not ruling it out. You can't.
Crazy connection.
Well, it's a fucking hour down. Say he got in the car, fucking went. And he said, "All right, let me do this now." Kill a professor. Maybe he was targeting a professor. We don't know. Like, there's so many like variables and questions that need to be looked at and solved. But we have to. Well, I mean, not we, but they have to figure that out, and hopefully more people in the community come forward and have relevant video and stuff that they can point to. But it's a wait and see, and it's a very scary wait and see for most of the people there. It's a very awful wait, way too long, but we got to put faith and trust in our police department and the FBI, and that they're doing the right things, and that they are sticking true to what they're saying, and that they're not giving up or being discouraged, and they're figuring it out. It is rough hearing the president of the university speak as if she knows nothing about anything. That is frustrating. These press conferences just get super frustrating in general, because there's not like anything. There's nothing. Like, nothing's moving forward, and then you ask them questions, and then they go, "It's part of the investigation." It's like, I get it. You can't release a lot of stuff, but like, you guys need to work on trying to ease the minds of the community. I feel like it just gets worse and worse. They're releasing more stuff, but it's getting worse and worse in terms of the blowback from what they're saying and doing. So I don't know. I think there's going to be a lot of questions to be asked about the university, the security on the university. Schools everywhere are up in the security, 100%.
But you say that, and
they should be. I think I was saying to my brother, the lack of video could low-key just point to them having 1,200 cameras, which they said today, the provost said, we have 1,200 cameras. Low-key, not every single one of the cameras are going to work. And I'll just be fucking flat out honestly and say that. There are probably a number of cameras that are there, but just aren't working. And low-key are just there for like deterrence more than anything. And the school is aware of that. But they're like, you need to get them fixed. Fuck it. Like, these cameras,
they're not going to fix them. Nothing's going to change.
It's that state of the world where we're at right now, because like, you would think something like this happens, and then immediately like, all right, let's figure this out. The school and the higher ups, like, I'm not going to speak for them, pores in their mouth or whatever. but it doesn't seem like they. Maybe they do now, but it didn't seem before like they really cared about the security of the students. More so, just kind of whatever money they're getting in their pocket. So I don't know. I guess hopefully they figure it the fuck out because they need to. Like I said today, this video coming out, there will be another press conference at 4. Praying that they have something substantial this time, but my confidence level drops by the hour.
If it gets to the weekend, I think he's gone. That's my thing.
I think he's low-key going now. Like it's fine if he's gone. If
Right,
they have a face
I just don't
or a
think they
name,
catch the guy if he gets to the weekend.
And
I'm
it's-
not gonna say he's gone. I don't know.
it's like if he's in a different country or state or whatever, but you have like the name or like his path that he like a path at least. Different story. You know what I mean? At this point where they have nothing and they're like urging the public like we need your help after a day is crazy. So yeah, we're probably gonna wrap this up now. Anything else pressing? Again, we want to send our condolences, obviously, to the families of the 2 lost. Ella Cook, and pulling the name up just so I don't butcher it. Muhammad Aziz Murzakov as well. Young students obviously did not deserve to have their life taken away because they wanted to go into a study session. I saw Aziz, Muhammad rather, he went into that study session not even like supposed to be there. Like it wasn't his class, you know what I mean? Somebody, like a friend, brought him there.
Oh.
And I believe he put on a Snapchat story or something. He was like, oh, I just got dragged to econ review or something like that. And then, unfortunately, he was one of the victims. Ella Cook, apparently, she was in that class and was there for the study session, like supposedly. Apparently, from what I've heard, is he walked in, like, they were probably, I think, at the top, and he walked in through, like, the door on the left and said whatever he said and then shot. And they were the 2 people in closest proximity to where he was. Granted, we don't know if it was targeted or not yet. A lot of people believe that because she was an outspoken and part of like a Republican group on campus, that she may have been targeted. And if he was sitting near her, maybe got caught in the crossfire. I mean, 40 shots is... Other people got shot in the room, obviously, so maybe we don't know. It's a lot of speculation, but it was sad. The TA was like, oh, she was sitting over there, and her friend, like, across the room gestured her to come over, basically. But she ended up, like, going over. And then, however long after, the dude came in and ended up killing her. And he was like, oh, I wish that she would have, like, you know, gotten up and went over there to sit with her friend. But that's unfortunately how it played out. But yeah, our condolences to them. Everyone involved, you know, praying for the people in the hospital still. I'm pretty sure only 2 people got discharged. I think 5 or 6 or something like that are in stable condition, and then one's in critical but stable still. So hopefully they all can pull out of this in good shape and are able to start, you know, healing and growing from all this and coping with it all. It's fucked up, regardless if you're on the team of banning guns or having higher restriction on guns or we need more guns to protect our people or whatever, regardless of what side you're on. Nobody should ever be in fear of, let alone being shot for going to class and studying for finals or going to a concert or a sporting event or just walking in a random street or whatever. It's a prevalent issue in America. Something needs to change, and it's just how many more of these have to happen until we, you know, get that. Don't know. Hopefully If I could flip a switch, perfect world, fucking tomorrow. But state of the world, a lot of politicians don't care. But people, I'll say now, go the fuck out and vote. When these elections come up, if this is a big issue and a prevalent issue you think it is, look who you're voting for. Look at their stances on gun reform and stuff of that nature, and what they say about it, how they react to certain tragedies like this, and you cast your vote for the people that you think that are going to work in your best interest, because as scary as it sounds, this could happen anywhere. We never thought something like that would happen here, and a place where I work, a place where I know there are people there, my dad works there, like, you never know. And obviously, in your head, you don't think it's going to happen anywhere near you, but like I said, you never know. But again, condolences to the two lost. Prayers to everyone in the hospital. Prayers to everybody involved in the building that are scarred for life at this. I can't imagine. And please, for the love of God, Providence Police, FBI, find this guy, fucking nail him the fuck down, figure out why the fuck he did this shit, and send him to fucking jail for the rest of his goddamn life. He's a piece of shit human. Yeah, so that's our podcast today. Obviously a tonal switch from what we usually do. We're more, happy-go-lucky and comedic and on the lighter side of things, but we didn't want to miss the chance here to be intentional in something like this. Obviously, like I said, it hits close to home, and we wanted to make sure that we are highlighting what happened, highlighting that it's not okay, obviously what happened, and that we are here for the people of Rhode Island, obviously, and the people involved, and this is just something that we thought we should do and shine a light on. I'm sure everyone knows about it by now, but in case anyone doesn't and are watching us, because we do have viewers outside of the country that maybe don't know what the fuck's going on, we do want to take the time on this episode to be able to voice all this and get that stuff out. So, yeah, we will see you next time. Happy holidays to everybody. Hug your loved ones. Be safe out there, people of Rhode Island. And yeah, we will see you next time.